This is Andy Bryce of Easy Data Transform, and I'm going to show you how you can easily convert a column of date times to UTC time zone using Easy Data Transform. UTC is also known as Coordinated Universal Time or Zulu time. Here we have an Excel file with 3 sheets. Each contains a list of HTTP error codes and a timestamp. And we want to convert all of these timestamps to UTC time zone. The first sheet contains an extra column showing the number of hours the timestamp is offset from UTC. The second sheet contains an offset within the timestamp column. For example, the first row timestamp is from a location offset minus 10 hours from UTC. The second row timestamp has a Z to show it's already in UTC time zone. Note, if there's no time offset and no Z, the date time is assumed to be in the same time zone as the current computer. The third sheet has a location column, which we can use to look up the offset from UTC. So let's go ahead and convert all 3 sheets to UTC. Let's drag the Excel file onto Easy Data Transform. And we want to input all 3 sheets. 3 input items are created, 1 for each sheet. For the first input, we have a column of offsets in hours from UTC. With the input selected, click Calculate in the left-hand pane. A Calculate transform has now been added. And we want to use the operation Date Time Add Hours. And we want to add hours to the timestamp column. And the hours we want to add are in the UTC offset column. A new column has now been created with the UTC timestamp. We can use the insert transform to add a Z at the end to show that it's in UTC or Zulu time. Let's go back and give the column a better name. Then we can remove any columns we don't need. And change the column order. For the second input, we have a UTC offset as part of the date time. Again, select Calculate to add a Calculate transform to the selected input. But this time select Date Time to UTC for the operation. And select the timestamp column. And let's give the new column a better name. We can then use transforms to remove and reorder columns as with the first data set. For the third input, we just have a text entry for the location. Here we have a table with the UTC offset for each city in a CSV file. Let's drag that CSV file onto Easy Data Transform. Select the inputs for both the third sheet and the lookup table and click Lookup to create a lookup transform. We want to look up the location in the first data set against the city column in the lookup table and get its UTC offset. Note that the relative position of the 2 items is important here. The data set used for the lookup should be below the other data set. The lookup properties are already set appropriately. And here we can see it's added a new column with the UTC offset that it's looked up from the city name. Then we can use a Calculate transform with the Date Time Add Hours operation as previously. Again, we could use an insert transform if we wanted to add a Z on the end to show that it's in UTC time zone. We can also remove and reorder columns as with the first dataset. Finally, we can output any transformed data to file. Select the dataset you want to output, then click To File at the bottom of the left pane. We can output to various formats. Let's output it back to Excel. And view the file. This is a very small example, but Easy Data Transform can handle thousands of files and sheets and millions of rows of data. Easy Data Transform can also do sophisticated step-by-step data transformations to clean up, merge, reshape, reformat and visualize your data, all without coding. Easy Data Transform is available for Windows and Mac. You can download a fully functional free trial from our website. It only takes a few seconds and you don't even have to give us your email address.